So, Rob,
Andy?
shall we open it?
I think we shall. Finally.
Hey guys, this is Andy and Rob from Homebrew Music, and we've been waiting for this for months. These were back ordered. We're very excited to finally get our hands on a Tascam Model 24 mixer. So we've had that Yamaha MG12 in the studio for a few years, and I mean, it's been a nice toy. We've used it. It's been very effective.
Yeah. Getting a little old.
Getting a little old. I think one of the tracks is actually
Out to pasture.
out to pasture. But the biggest problem for me is that even with 12 channels, that's not enough. And for a lot of people, you think you throw some guitars in there.
Well, once you have
vocals.
10 on the drums, you know, you run out
Well,
fast.
yeah, and I'm a drummer, so it's me. But electronic drums, pretty soon I could take up 10 tracks myself if I really wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. That wouldn't be unheard of.
So we got the idea we really should get a better mixer. So we started looking into this, and we looked at a lot of different models, and we could have gotten a bigger Yamaha. They make a 16-track channel on that, and I like that. But then I saw that Mackie has the Onyx series. I thought that was really cool. And then I noticed Zoom had the live track. And so I had so many choices, and I was looking at so many things. I'm going back and forth trying to figure this out. And then I really started just realizing one of the biggest features of this is going to be the ability to record. So now we have the Focusrites, and we have 16 channels of Focusrites in a case and in a little rack. And we've actually taken it out to live shows. We had to drag it out there.
Takes
we drag
a
a computer
long time
around.
to set it up.
Yeah, and I've watched you spending hours trying to tweak it and get it working, and it's just a nuisance. And too much. So when I saw that these are actually capable, these modern mixers are capable of doing a recording, I thought that was great. But then I noticed that Tascam is different than the other mixers in that it will actually give you 24 separate tracks.
Correct. 22 separate channels and two stereo master left and right. Also, this one is analog. The mixing part is analog, and the recording
and
part
that was the other big thing I saw. So I mean, the recording aspect alone, I would have wanted the separate tracks, because if you're going to give me a recording of us, I'm going to decide that the guitar is not high enough or the vocals too low or something, and we're going to want to tweak
it.
The
guitars are never loud enough.
It's never right. Yeah, well, okay, but you want the individual tracks, and so that was a real big deal.
It's incredible,
but you're right.
Press
I
a
looked
button,
at this.
and supposedly, right? Press a button, and it records all 24.
Yeah, it'll just do it. Turn it on and off, and onto an SD card.
We're going to find out.
We're going to see. But the other thing was, you're right. This is actually essentially an analog mixer, but not entirely an analog mixer. You can plug this into your computer directly as the interface. You don't need the Focusrite or any kind of a analog to digital converter. So this can actually plug directly into the computer as well.
Correct. And use that as an interface with the 24.
Yeah. So you could still take the computer and you could record that way. But what's really cool is you don't even need to bring the computer.
So you got a really flexible all-around unit here. Use it for live. You can use it in the studio. You can use it for your home studio. You can set up in churches, recordings, whatever you want to do.
You could actually just show up, plug everything in, no computer, nothing,
Just
SD card, and maybe it's not going to be perfect, but it's a lot better than you usually get when you go to a live performance.
And you got the Tascam name there.
Yeah, well, you get the Tascam name. But the other, as you said, the other thing was, you look at a digital recorder like the live track from Zoom, which I was a definite contender, and I thought it had some marvelous features. But everything you do, every little setting you're going to make, you're going to go be pushing buttons and looking at a small screen and turning knobs. Whereas on an analog mixer, you've got rows of controls. You're going to want to go up and down and set your mids and and this. And this is really more your department. That's why you're sitting here. You're the guy that does this.
It depends on the box too.
Oh, we're going to see. Anyway.
Sounds pretty snug.
So, Rob.
Andy.
Shall we open it?
I think we shall.
All right, let's get a look what we've got in the box here.
Yes.
Okay. This is looking good. This is looking good.
Something in there.
Something in there. What do you got in there?
Ah! Got a cable.
You got the cable. We're going to need one of these. Okay. We're just going to put this to the side.
Power cableage.
Get rid of this. The manual. It's thick enough.
This is nice.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Pretty cool. Put it over here. We got the legs. So I guess at some point we're going to have to stick these on the bottom? I don't know.
Well, maybe we don't want it walking
that.
off.
I don't know.
Walking off, I don't know. Let's see.
Level like that.
Take this puppy out
Let's get this out of here. Lucky to see this box here. Let's get that. Okay. Once you get yours. Okay. I want you to lift that up and see.
All right, she's got that new car kind of smell.
Oh, pretty exciting. Oh, well, this is it. So I gotta say, this is pretty nice. In fact, we should spin this around. Let me take a better look at this here. Oh.
Well, one of the things right off the bat is the sweepable mids.
Well, one of the other things right off the bat, it's a little heavy. I knew this was going to be heavy. This is, it's wide. It's actually too wide for a rack mount. But sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. And I wanted the 24 tracks. You know, I really wanted that. And it's a little heavy, but so are drums and so are guitar cases. You know, so I thought if there's some weight to this, I really thought about that. I thought, you know what, the heft is not horrible. We'll just pop that in the car. We get a case for this thing.
Excuse me. I tried to hold it.
No coughing during the unboxing video. Wow. Rob, this is a thing of beauty. This is really, I'm afraid you're going to explain some of this to me, but this is absolutely gorgeous here. Obviously, we've got all the inputs up here. That's pretty straightforward, and they can take instrument interface as well as the XLRs. So that's very straightforward. What do we got here? This is
got lots of choices. This is really going to improve our sound a lot, mainly because you've got the compressor on every channel and the sweepable EQ. So like you said, you can plug either a mic or an instrument in every one of these. The sweepable mids are on the first 12 channels, and then you get over to those stereo pairs over here. So this is great for keyboards and stuff, or they can be used mono. But what's really cool is they still have the mic inputs there.
Yeah.
Usually they get rid of those.
Well, one of the things I thought about when deciding on the Tascam Model 24 was that, you know, like a Zoom live track, you wouldn't have all these buttons. You would just basically jog over and say track 24, change this, you go through a menu system, and I can't imagine us at a live show, and you especially, having to go over and deal with that.
You would need someone full-time on the board. For us, this works out perfectly.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a keep it simple solution.
Then you've got two auxiliaries for two separate monitor mixes you can send out, and one of these is for effects with a built-in effects processor. So that's pretty standard on mixers today, but two is better than one. We only had one before, I think.
Right.
We had like two auxiliaries, now you got three. So that'll give us an extra monitor mix, which is great.
Obviously, we've got the volume. So this is here, and this is a standard stuff.
How do they feel to you?
Solid.
Steady.
Honestly, don't they? I mean,
Pretty
they really
steady.
do. This is not.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm liking that.
I like it has a little resistance. It's not just really lightweight, but it has a little, like you can, if you move it real quick, it's only going to go a little bit. I like that. You can nudge them.
Now, what's going on here? This is the ability to decide.
This is your routing where you're going to choose these different sub outs and monitor. Well, like this for your mains, this would be the sub out. PFL, I believe, is it goes to the headphone mix. I believe is what that is.
Obviously, you got a lot of control over the monitors here. So, Rob, what is going on up here?
This is low cut, so if you don't like what I'm playing, you just press that, takes the bass out.
Oh, that would never happen. That would never happen.
It only takes the really low frequencies out. A lot of times you get like, it's more of a rumble type of feedback that you get from the base of the microphone sometimes, you know?
Okay.
So that's nice to have. It'll clean up your mixes.
I got to tell you, we actually at a show blew out one of the speakers. And I think it was one of my electronic drums, but it was very low.
Well, that's where the compressor is going to help.
Right.
It has a compressor on every channel, which our mixer before didn't have. So
no.
It's pretty simple to use. I think it's just one knob, but if you get it in that sweet spot, it should help.
Okay, that's good.
No more blown speakers, hopefully.
Now, let's see. Up here, this is where we've got the obviously output to the monitors and to the mains.
Yeah.
The XLRs.
Normal stuff cables. There. You can go. It's nice that it has the XLR out.
Yeah, but Rob, what's this?
It's nice that it has this extra control room out too, so you could use it in a studio with studio monitors, and still have still route it like to a live speakers as well. It's kind of cool that you have two different outputs. You still have a phone out, the two monitors, the effects send. That you could use a different effects processor if you wanted, and of course the built-in EQ. We didn't have that before.
No, I'm liking that. I'm definitely liking that as well. Now here we'll get back to this later, but here is the for the SD card. If this does what it's supposed to do,
yeah,
we pop in an SD card. We
like
some version of push record.
Yeah, you want to check out my band? Here you go. Here's 2 hours of our
here's my new album.
Last 2-hour show right there.
But this is good. Special effects. You know, it's not copious, but it's all the basics.
Yeah,
you know?
I think, more interesting is the Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The fun thing with this is for decades. So we go to the mixer and you take an iPod, now the phones, and you play a track. So in between sets, you've got music.
Yeah,
and you really don't want the club owner to take that over.
You play it like this, by the way.
Like that. No, but this is great. Being able to, being Bluetooth, it means you can take your phone and just put it on the table somewhere close by. You don't go wandering off. Don't drive away.
Yes.
If that's the source. But it's going to be so great. It's a remote control. You can take your phone out and you can turn the volume up on your phone. You can change tracks and not be tethered. Yeah. But I think
that is cool. So you can do your DJing between sets from your cell phone, which is a nice feature.
I tell you, what I'm going to show, and I sometimes fear somebody else taking over the music in between the bands, and I don't know what I'm going to hear. I don't want somebody to go put something on and they play 3 songs from our upcoming set. We've had that happen, where the DJ is playing, Brown Eyed Girl, and 2 songs later we're going to come up and play Brown Eyed Girl. So, no, it's this is definitely something to integrate into your performance.
The cool thing, too, is I was reading about the routing here. You can also plug in a stereo input or RCA inputs, and all 3 of them will work at the same time. So we could still wrestle for the DJ spot.
Well,
who's got the better mixes?
I got to tell you, I'm very excited about this.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Let's get this into the studio and see what we can do with it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Shall I turn it on?
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Power!
Shazam!
There we go.
All right.
Let's get a band in here.
Where's the band?
And see what it sounds like.
Guys?
All right. Hey guys, so it's Rob and Andy from Homebrew Music back in the studio with the Tascam Model 24. This band is Lions of Winter and it's a regular in the studio. And let's just see what we think of the Tascam Model 24, guys, all right?
Nice.
Cha-cha-cha.
Hey, not too bad.
Now? Should I press record?
Oh yeah, now would be a good time to push the record.
Always record, always record.
So, Justin,
Very nice.
thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah, this is it's a great system. I'm really happy with the feedback and the lack thereof.
And you're a lawyer, so that's got legal weight.
I am an attorney. If you need one, call 718-775-3246. Thanks.
You're a whore.
Sounded great.
Likey?
Good effects, good recording.
I really love the way it played.
That made no sense at all.
Okay, folks, and Rob. Playing with the Model 24.
Hey, thanks for sending this for free, Tascam. That was awesome.
You got a nice low cut on each one too to get some of that microphone.
Microphone?
A microphone. It's my style of microphone. It's kind of like
Bloopers.
It looks a little bit like
Blooper
Fred
reel.
Flintstone or something.
So we take it back a little and repeat some of the last stuff he said.
Well, you know he wants a blooper roll. He's doing this on purpose for the blooper roll.
I was like trying not to sneeze.
You know, I'm going to get ahead of this a little bit. Go ahead, do your jelly donut roll. Your line. Do
Oh,
your,
yeah?
What's your jelly donut roll line?
I like jelly donuts. What's your favorite kind of donut?
Boston cream.
Oh, that's pretty good. I have to say. What, Bavarian though, or Boston? Is it?
I think Boston.
One's imported. I think.
I don't want to like upset anybody from Boston. So
Well, let me ask you this: what kind of beer would you pair with a product opening?
Ooh, nice Hefeweizen. I will tell you a struggle, a personal struggle that I have had, and it's explaining how a thermostat works to my wife. She thinks if you turn it to 80, everything will heat up faster.
Right.
Or if she's too hot, she'll crank it down to like 50, thinking she just wants to get rid of the heat. And she doesn't understand you can just set it for 70 and you're done. We do this in the car, and we'll get in the car, and I have the thermostat, and she'll crank it to 80, and in like 20 seconds, I'm burning up. Not enough to leave your wife
funny.
over, but it's persistent. Let's just hope this audio never sees the light of day.
Yeah, right.
I will say that having been recording you guys for several years, you will catch stuff on audio in between
I'm sure we
songs
said
that if you wanted to own somebody, truly own
Right.
somebody, under threat
You
of
got
letting
the
their wife
goods,
hear it,
like Epstein or something.
the stuff you guys say in the studio, oh my God.
This was recording this whole time, so I leave and you guys are talking
And
shit
I was
about me.
aware of that actually.
I know.
I thought we could utilize that in something.
I have one of those
To this.
Bluetooth toothbrushes too. They're great.
Really?
But bada bing, bada bing.
Bada bing, bada bing. I'm pretty excited. So
Yeah.
maybe we should take this into the studio and plug this in and see what we can do with it.
Let's go.
Go! Get back here.
Should I zip all the way?
Oh, you're good. Stop
Tonight.
it. You're saying continuity problems. What do you call that?
Yeah.
Continuity.
Continuity. You were wearing glasses before, weren't you?
Yes.
Wait, was I? Okay. Rob, I mean, I think this is exciting. So I'm dying to try this in studio. So we want to give this a shot?
Yep. We each get one of these, right?
No. That last comment's going to be very confusing. We each get one of these.
All right. I'll shut my pie hole.
You know what?
I gotta go.
Have you seen these? But have you seen these blooper reels?
Yeah.
The Marvel movies and stuff. I totally get it now. They're
Yeah.
just like they're
And then you got an
slap
asshole
at
like me that doesn't
Nah,
want to
you're
stop.
fucking great. No, that doesn't. It's perfect. So,
Do you like jelly donuts?
do you like jelly donuts? That would require some explanation.